What is going on, guys? Today we're back with some more anime Last Stand, and in today's video we're having a showcase for Rimaru, or the True Dragon God. So it's really confusing and has a complex passive that a lot of people don't know how to use because it has a crafting menu, right? So I'm going to show you guys a whole breakdown of how to max out the unit and get the most value out of it, because it is insane for any kind of long-term wave-based mode like raids or Halloween event or anything above, I'd say like 20 rounds. He's just insane. And it's glitched and mystical, so it's going to be dealing out a bunch of damage. So basically, first things first, if you do not have him in the first slot, it is not going to work. You needed him in the first slot, or this is just not going to work. So make sure you do that. So right off the bat, we're going to do it here. We're going to start getting our money built up, because he's going to need a lot of money. And you need just one, honestly, you just need one unit that's worth up to 1 million. Right? So there's a misconception that you need one of every single kind of element unit in order for this to work. You do not. That is false. And I'm going to show you guys why. It's really confusing. I figured it out with trial and error in some videos I've seen on YouTube. But basically, max these out for money. And then now that they're maxed, we're going to place them down. Let's put them just like right here. And then you get all of these, right? That's important because it's going to help you in crafting. So first things first, you always want him in the true dragon form. That's how it's going to dish out the most damage. So we're going to max him out because he has full AoE. And then we are going to start crafting. So basically, this is the crafting menu that you see, right? So it needs these things called light, dark, and etc. manipulations. You already have the magic, which you don't need, which is why you put it in the first slot. And they all have buffs here, right? But you can do every single one on Rimaru. So the way we do this is, let's put down a unit. Let's put down Bob, or any unit that has a total of 1 million cost. And it's going to bring the true dragon form up, which is for later, right? So now that it's maxed out, we're going to do reality warping. So this is how you get like all the elements. So this is why you don't need a specific element. So let's do nature. Put it next to Bob, because now Bob is a nature and a light unit, right? So that's why you do that. And then gluttony, do not use soul gluttony. It just sacrifices your units and you can't place units. So use this. And then you want to sacrifice your allies, right? I'm going to try and go slow in this tutorial because you can kind of get lost and it's a little confusing, right? And then click out of everything, press on Bob, then you kind of sacrifice Bob, right? Then you go to crafting. Now we're gonna have a manipulation for the light and the leaf, nature element, sorry. So to get these abilities, you just press it, right? Now we have light, and now we have nature. And what are we missing? We're missing these three, right? And then you obviously can get this one already because it's a freebie. And look at this, we're just building up passive like crazy. And if you had a soul on him, he would be even better. So obviously we're missing so let's do Lelouch, and then we'll do Lelouch with water. So Lelouch here, you do not need to max him out anymore once the dragon form is done, by the way. Do not be wasting your money. So reality warping, let's do water, put it near Lelouch, just anywhere that's in the circle. And then same thing, we're gonna gluttony with the ally, click out of everything so you can click him. And then now we've got the learned skills. It'll tell you there too. Now same thing. So the reason we do this is to build up passives and to make him do a lot of damage. Now you could get it done a lot quicker if you've done it before and you can like move through it quickly, but I'm moving through it slow to show you guys how it works. So obviously let's do that one, and then let's do that one. We're only missing fire, so let's do same thing. Lelouch, let's do reality warping. We're missing fire, put it there. Gluttony, there's a recurring theme, right? So it's just the same few steps, right? See if we can get them. There we go. And then now to, obviously it couldn't get dark because we already have it. And then bam, so that's all of them, right? There's not going to be any more. Now to get more, this is in its final form, by the way. You have all of these, you're not done yet. So now that you have all of those, all the skills crafted, and you have the true dragon form maxed out, then you use the true dragon form ability. So you can sacrifice a unit, right? So let's just put down that one and then sacrifice a unit. And then, yep. And then now that you do that, it's gonna give you a whole new crafting menu. Look at this, right? And you can do all of them, but there's a specific way to do it. You can only have certain ones. Some of them kind of interfere with each other, right? Because you see some of these need like certain ones, right? So let's do that one. And then you kind of have to play with it once you get to the second crafting menu, because some of them are going to disable the other ones, right? So let's do... You also want to read these, because these ones, some of them are better than the others. I highly recommend doing... Let's see. The light one. Look at this. Range set to 300, 90% crit rate, 250% crit damage, and buffs nearby units. So let's do that one. And then obviously we lost those skills, but we all unlocked that new skill, right? So we can do a lot of these. So let's see. So range 600. So honestly, I think that's the best one, but range 647, guys. Put it into perspective. I don't think I'm even out of the range yet. It covers the entire map, which is absolutely insane. And it's not even dealing the most damage it can, right? So it's kind of one of those ones where you kind of play around with it and see which abilities are going to dish out the most damage. But for the most part, that's how you do it. And then obviously, if you're missing some of these, then you just same thing. So let's keep doing light, and then let's keep doing... I don't think I can do dark because I did light, right? Let's go... It's confusing because you don't want to like lose abilities, right? But you just have to kind of read these and kind of just go through them, because you can get a lot at once, right? And then eventually, once you kind of... Okay, now I'm kind of losing them. It's pretty confusing, right? There we go. And then eventually you'll have every single ability unlocked. And then, well, obviously, like there. You can't have every single one, but there. And then obviously this is the last one because you can't have any more. And this is basically fully maxed out, because if I do this again, it's going to take it off. Fully maxed out, 2.8 billion damage, 1 billion damage a second, 500 range, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different debuffs it applies, with it summons minions that have billions of damage. So I know this is a pretty lengthy video for a showcase, right? But I just wanted to show you guys the best and the most like broken down tutorial of Rimaru and how to use him, because he is S tier. Like, he's the best unit in the game by far. None of the units compare to this with all these debuffs. And like, come on, it literally covers the entire map. Like, units can't spawn in because of this. So if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. I kind of went through it a little faster than I wanted to, but let me know down below if you guys have questions, because it's really confusing if you don't know what you're doing and you try it out for the first time, right? Oh, another thing, it also has an ability, right? So you probably won't ever have to use this because he's literally the best unit and he's not going to let anything get past him, right? But if you guys have questions, let me know down below. I'm happy to answer them, because this is a pretty big, hefty video because of how complex the unit is. But if you guys enjoyed and want to see more AOS content, and maybe bring back Anime Rangers X content and Anime Crusaders content soon, let me know down below in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next one.